Hey guys, this is Takai Senpai, and I just wanted to bring you guys today the Sunday news for last week, which is everything that's happened between the last Monday through Sunday, including today. So where I'm gonna start off today is Monday. So if you're really into manga these days, then these first two things are going to be really good for you, which is Denkai Gai no Honya-san actually is ending this November. Me personally, I've never read this manga, but from what I've read, it actually seems pretty good. All I've read was really kind of what it's about. It's a nice youthful comedy that unfortunately is meeting its end down in November, which to you guys that have read it, I'm hoping that you guys get across that yeah, it's ending in November. This is the news that was given on Monday. Moving on from that, some good news is, haven't you heard, Sakamoto is actually getting a new manga series, which if you know Joey from The Anime Man and Akideris, they highly praise this show for its comedy. I haven't gone and watched the anime myself. I have it on my list. But if you do enjoy the show and you know of the show, then I highly recommend you go through the manga series, especially now that it's getting a new manga series for it. So I definitely go and would tell you to go check it out. Now, if you're any big fans of Haikyuu like I am, then this next piece of news should really appeal to you, which is they have now revealed the visuals of the next films that's going to be coming out for it, which is actually two of them, really named Haikyuu Genius and Sense and Haikyuu Battle of the Concepts. Now, for the dates, both of them will be coming out in September. The first one will be coming out September 15th and the second one will be coming out September 29th. But more on that, you're gonna have to go and check out the link that I have in the description. Now, moving on from anime and manga related stuff, this is actually some gaming news, which is the PlayStation VR now exceeds 1 million sales, which to me is personally kind of unexpected, because when the VR stuff came out, I wasn't really expecting it to take off as much as people wanted it to, because VR is technically the future, but with the kind of jumps and leaps that they've made with this, it wasn't that great of a concept as people wanted it to be. But I guess from this you can tell that it's actually a way more popular system than you would ever think, especially because of this goal that they just reached, this milestone that's a very big deal, especially within any industry, and I congratulate them for it. Now, continuing with the game subject, but moving on to Tuesday's news, Japan has now reached 1.38 trillion yen for the game market in 2016, which is about $82.2 billion in US. Now, there are more specifics down in the description that tell you more about which side of it were games, which side of it were mobile games, and the different sides of the sales, but in general, that's a big feat that I congratulate them for, and it's something amazing to be achieved in this day and age. The next game that I'm going to be talking about, which is Pokken Tournament DX. Now, if you're any fan of the Pokemon series, but there's something that you like about the fighting games as well, then you obviously have heard of Pokken Tournament, which is a fighting style back and forth, but with Pokemon instead. But the game had already come out for Wii U. On the same side, they have now shipped the idea of it coming out September 22nd on the Nintendo Switch. Now, not only with the increased promise of sales, but also the game's going to feature more things, such as more characters to be playable and just more features like ranked battles and such. So if fighting games are your alley, or just Pokemon in general, I definitely look forward to seeing this game come out and playing it on the Nintendo Switch. Personally, I do not have one, but if you guys do, I'm sure you guys will like it. Now, moving back into the sales numbers, the 21st Detective Conan film actually sells 5 million tickets for 6.5 billion yen. Now, this entire time you actually hear me going crazy about the numbers, but the reason is because all these numbers are record breaking. To reach that amount, especially for films like these, is such a great feat, and it's something that people could only dream of. Now, personally, I do not watch Detective Conan. I've seen a lot about it, but to have the 21st film hit this record is something amazing. But it's something that definitely could have been achievable with sticking through with this series, so I'm glad that they made it. Now, any fans of The Anime Man out there, you know about the Monogatari series, and they are actually coming out with a new series, Monster Season, that begins July 15th. Now, if you're a manga reader like myself, or just an anime fan in general, then I definitely recommend picking this one up once it starts coming out, because I know the Monogatari series is one of Joey's favorites, and it's one that I've been trying to get into. So why not pick it up when it comes out on the release date, and maybe that'll emphasize you on starting the series as a whole. Now, if any of you are big fans of Anime Expo, Wednesday's news should have excited you, which was that Anime Expo is actually going to be hosting the voice actor for Vegeta, voice actor Ryo Hoikawa, and I'm pretty sure I completely butchered his name, but he is going to be hosting Anime Expo. On that note, Little Witch Academia is preparing for the climax with a promo video, which I will leave in the description. Like I said, all links will be in the description. I will remind you guys at the end of the video, but in the description is a promo video for preparing the climax for, I guess it's the end of the series or the main part of the series. But for you guys that have watched the series, or for you guys that enjoy it, I will definitely leave it there so then you guys can check the promo video and see for yourself what's hopefully going to be coming next in that series. Now, for starting off Thursday's news, I'm actually pretty sad to say this because this is actually one of my favorite shows that one of my friends got me into. But Hajime no Ippo, the manga is actually being stalled for a serious illness by the author, and I'm very sad to hear this. I wasn't a big manga reader at first, so I don't keep up with the series, but to hear that, I'm very sorry for you. And for George Morikara, I'm so sorry that this happened for you. The issue was supposed to be released on date, but because of a serious illness, he was not be able to get it out. So I hope you're feeling well. I hope somehow that saying this will ever get to you. Hopefully we can give him the support he needs, and hopefully he can get back on track with his life. And to keep on this sad note, My Hero Academia manga is actually taking a 1-week break because of another author's illness. Same thing as before, the issue was planned to be on Shonen Jump, but because of the author's illness or health issues, whatever it may be, it is going to be delayed for however long that they need. We can only hope for the best, hope for his best, and whenever he can get back on track, we're happy to continue reading his stuff. Now, finally, off of that depressing stories, we have Cyber Agent actually giving out a fund for anime. We'll invest 3 billion yen, which is about 27.3 million US dollars. Now, what is this fund for? They kind of want the rights to be able to stream anime and be able to invest into the funds of anime itself. Now, all of it sounds fine until they secretly threw in, which is the streaming anime. So it makes me wonder if they're going to try to set up to fight towards Crunchyroll, or are they gonna make their own separate site and try to just keep away from them? Or are they gonna coordinate with them to both be streaming anime? Or what is their plan of why they wanted to stream the anime in the first place? It could be just because they want that right, or do they secretly have a business plan to go ahead and make another streaming site if they're gonna post different anime, or just be against every other company that's trying to do the same. The next one on this list is actually pretty interesting in the very factor of the very little, and to explain that is Japan's animation TV ratings from May 29 to June 4th. Now, what's really expected that's already there is that One Piece is there, Dragon Ball Super is there, Detective Conan is there, and all the others are small little animation stuff that you can actually watch really anywhere, and it's nice and cute and cuddly. But at the very bottom, the 10th place actually goes to Boku no Hero Academia, which blows my mind. To have that show to be on the top 10 is, to me, amazing, because from what I've heard, from how we perceive anime here in the West, since you guys know I live in the USA, it's very different to how they watch anime there in Japan, which is they like their moe stuff, and they like, obviously the TV is more for kids and stuff. But to see that as top 10 really excites me, to know that this series is such a good series that it made top 10 among all these great shows, among all these great animation. But of course, among those animations are obviously that single one that kind of sounds just like it should be a joke, which is the next piece of news, that My Girlfriend is a Faithful Virgin Bitch, the manga, is getting an anime series. To me, it's kind of funny just because of the name. To hear that become an anime, a lot of people are gonna be like, anime, like, why are you throwing your money into this? But to people that enjoy this stuff, then I'm happy for you. I haven't read the synopsis, I haven't read anything about it. I'm just giving you the news that that is a funny title to be coming to the anime industry, and it is a manga if you guys have read it already or not. You guys should take a look at it, see if you're going to like it. It'll give you a heads up to see if you're ever going to watch it in the future when it comes out. But that was definitely Thursday's news that I had to get out for you. Getting closer and closer to Sunday, we have No Game No Life showing a previewing Konomo Suzuki's theme song, which is just a second promo video. obviously showing off the movie slash film that's going to be coming out for it, previewing the theme song for it. It's just all more hypeness for us to get ready for the No Game No Life film, which I definitely am, especially because at the end of the series I didn't feel really that satisfied with the ending. Everything was left at the biggest drop off ever, which obviously for them it's a good thing if you're going to be continuing the series, but for someone that I need to have more and I can't get just mangas willy-nilly, it kind of becomes a struggle of, do I want to invest all this time to trying to just focus on this or just move on, which I have at this point. But for the film to be coming out, it does excite some happiness in me to hopefully get back into the series and maybe put forward some effort to getting the manga to continue it. Now, among all this, I do have an article for you guys that was posted on Friday, which was Answerman's question and answer, which is it socially acceptable to be an otaku in Japan? I'm 100% sure that it's not acceptable, but I'm just gonna leave that article for you guys because I thought it was very interesting, and I'm gonna leave you guys it down in the description to give support to the site itself. For Friday, we have Dragon Ball Super getting up to that #2 spot in the US manga book scan for May. Now, personally, I do not keep up with the Dragon Ball series. I've only seen a couple episodes here and there. My brother actually have seen all of it and he's keeping up with it, but I thought this was a good piece of news just to support the Dragon Ball community because their manga just reached #2, and I think that's pretty incredible to reach the #2 spot, so shout outs to them. Now, the next piece of news I included because of kind of the alternating opinions of how this movie went, because Ghost in the Shell was nominated for the Golden Trailer Award, specifically Most Innovative Advertising for a Feature Film. Now, what does this really mean? I've heard arguments that the entire movie was complete shit, it was whitewashing, it was this, it was that, but the thing that they're being nominated for is for the record-breaking numbers of how many people just put their money into it, which is 100% understandable. For all these people to want this movie, and for the people that don't know about this movie and don't know if they're gonna like it, they still threw their money into it, and for the amount that they got, which is record breaking, and I'm not surprised that they got nominated for this, but I would have gotten super surprised if they got nominated for anything movie related, as in best film or something, because I haven't watched the movie, but from what I've heard, everyone that watched it really hated it, especially the anime fans and anything like that. So if I were to watch it, I know for a fact I wouldn't like it. Now, finally, for Saturday's news, Sunrise has announced that they are opening up an animation school, so then you can work as an animator, and after 1 year of practice, of training and all that, you're going to work on them for anime like Hunter x Hunter and stuff like that. Now, if you're interested in that, I highly recommend you try it out, see if you can get into it. I don't know the exact details, but that sounds really cool. Would I like to be an animator for them? Amazingly, yes, I would love to. But you don't know the qualifications to be behind that, and I'll leave it down in the description for you guys that are very interested in that, and I hope you guys make it, I guess. And we have finally reached today's news, which is Sunday. First, we're going to be starting off with Kingdom Hearts 3, starting with its trailer preview of Olympus Coliseum. Now, why is that really that important? It's a very general Kingdom Hearts kind of area, to tell you the truth. I'm a big fan of Kingdom Hearts. In the latest games, I haven't really kept up that much, but I love the games. I was actually never able to beat it, which is just poor skill in general, but I really love the story behind it. It made me cry at times, it made me angry at times, excited. So if that's a game that you guys love, I generally will tell you guys to check out the preview, whether you've seen it or not, just to check out this new Olympus just place to relive memories of the game. Now, for the last two pieces of news, I actually have left them to articles to again promote the site that I have been getting this information from for today's video, which is Anime News Network. Thank you guys for providing the news daily and every day for us otaku fans. But the last two articles is first, the best and worst anime of this season. They have a whole list of all the anime, I think about 27 of them, and they have listed them from good to bad, and those are the last two, with along with the complete guide to Dragon Ball Z. I'm assuming the guide really just goes through what to watch first, what to watch in a series, how to understand the timeline. But like I said, I'll leave those links in the description. I never want to spoil anything for you guys, especially very subtle things that I think you guys should go check out and support the site on its own. So thank you guys for watching. This was the news of last week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.